Hello and welcome to UC Today. My name's David Dungay. We are here for a big UC update. I'm with Jonathan McCormick, COO of Intermedia. How are you doing, Jonathan?
Great, David. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. So today we're going to be talking about Intermedia, your roadmap. But Jonathan, we're going to talk about you as well. I think that's a great place to start. Let's get to know you a little bit better. Jonathan, maybe you could share with us a little bit about your professional background and how you got to where you are today.
Sure, happy to do that. I've been working in the technology industry for 30 plus years, and I started off at the bottom. I started off as a level one help desk employee, did that for a while, then went out and worked as a field technician, worked as a technical account manager in the field, came back into corporate headquarters and started working in the management and the client services area. And then I realized pretty quick that we were basically taking calls for technical issues or problems that happened. So I figured I wanted to get engaged there. So I started working the technical operations area and worked in operations for a long time. And then I was fortunate enough to put those together and lead client service and operations teams for different companies. And then joined Intermedia almost 20 years ago and led client services and technical operations for Intermedia for a long time. And then about 6 or 7 years ago, started actually leading sales also, which has been extremely exciting for me.
Oh, that's amazing. So, a fantastic long tenure at Intermedia, which is great. We're going to stick with you, though, Jonathan. Maybe you can give us some fun facts about yourself that the audience might not know.
Okay, well, I guess probably the number one fun fact I would share is I'm a surfer and I'm on track to surf probably about 100 days this year. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm on track for it after the first 4 months of the year. And then maybe outside of that, I'm a huge fan of live music. If anybody understands the Grateful Dead, I'm a Deadhead and just got back from a couple shows at the Sphere in Las Vegas. And then, other than a love of my family, I've got a golden doodle that I love and spend a lot of time taking him for hikes in the redwoods.
Amazing. So, Jonathan, tell us. You've been at Intermedia for a long time. What are those aspects of your job that you're most passionate about?
The people, of course. I mean, that's the thing that keeps you at a company for this long, the people. But I love helping people be successful in their career. I also, though, love the teamwork. I played team sports throughout my life, and I love the teamwork, and I love developing strategies with each other, competing together, and winning.
Great. Well, let's start with Intermedia then. Give us your elevator pitch. You sit over technical operations and sales as well. So give us your best elevator pitch. How would you describe Intermedia in a nutshell?
Okay, I'd say Intermedia delivers AI-powered, intelligent cloud communications and IT services to small and medium-sized businesses through a network of over 7,500 channel partners. We're helping small businesses modernize their communications as they move from prem-based systems to the cloud. And in modernizing their communications, they can improve employee collaboration, employee productivity, deliver better customer experiences, better outcomes for their customers, and at the end of the day, just make their company more efficient and grow revenue higher. I'd say the combination of our award-winning products, the fact that we have won the JD Power certification for the quality of our technical support 8 years in a row, and our unique partner-first model where we go to market through our partners that provides that local trusted advisor, that local support, all leads to some of the best customer satisfaction metrics in the industry, as demonstrated by industry-leading customer retention metrics.
Maybe you could augment that a little bit with telling us about a bit about the history, maybe of Intermedia. And it's been a long-term, channel business. Maybe a bit about the geographical presence as well. You mentioned 7,500 partners. Is that US or beyond? And then maybe overall size as well.
Sure, yeah. Intermedia was founded in 1995, started off as a web hosting company, and then became the world's first hosted exchange provider with our first control panel in the industry. Became the world's largest provider of hosted exchange, and now we're a leading unified communications, intelligent communications provider. It's over 1,350 employees, over 7,500 channel partners. We service 150,000 small businesses, medium-sized businesses, over several million users across our different products on our platform. We're global in reach. We're throughout the United States, North America, including Canada, Europe. We have partners and customers in Japan and Australia as well.
Great. So last one on this then. Let's a two-parter. First of all, what's unique about Intermedia's company culture? And second part, maybe you could tell us about any awards or accolades you recently won.
Sure. So, I mean, I think one of the most unique things about Intermedia is just our partner first culture. So we're a partner first company. A lot of companies have a have a channel as part of their go-to-market strategy. Our channel is our entire go-to-market strategy. So we're partner first, and it just makes it different. The second thing is I'd say it's an extremely unique culture internally, which leads to really high tenure. We have extremely high employee tenure, and I think that's based on the fact that it's a non-political environment. We're all dedicated to kind of shared success. We're open and transparent about our challenges and issues. Like, we see those as opportunities. We're focused on continuous improvement. It's just a really, really great culture. We've won the J.D. Power certification for technical support, which I know is better known in the United States, but it's kind of synonymous with excellence 8 years in a row. We're the only one that can claim that. We also were just, listed in the Magic Quadrant from the Aragon Research. We won a Frost & Sullivan Award recently. We just won another award from the Comms National Awards, Best CCAS Vendor. So lots of product accolades out there as well.
Great. So you've already touched on this. Obviously, a partner-centric business, 7,500 partners. Maybe you tell us a little bit about that ecosystem, though, and that go-to-market strategy.
Okay. Well, the first thing I mentioned is we have 3 different business models there. So our most differentiated partner model is what we call our core model, CORE, core, and it stands for Customer Ownership Reseller Model. And that's a true resale model where it's a white labeled model, and the partner puts their brand on the product. They own the customer relationship. They have the contract with the customer. They set the pricing. They can bundle their own services, et cetera, however they want with that. We prepare the billing and do the billing for them to help enable them, because that's what keeps a lot of partners out of kind of the communication space, is fear of billing. But that's our most differentiated model that's really unique, and we've been developing a platform to support that model since before I joined. They launched this model the year before I got there, right? So that's something unique about it. We also, though, offer what we call an advisor model, which is similar to a traditional agent model. We just like the word advisor better than agent because you're the trusted advisor. And we have another really unique model we call it our co-op model, and it's a combination of the two, where the partner owns. It's for a partner that wants to act like a core partner, like own the customer relationship, set the pricing, set the billing, et cetera. But they're not capable of doing the billing. We do it for them. So it's kind of a merge of the two models there. So our partners look broadly like MSPs, VARs, local IT providers, and service providers. We have a very large and expanding and growing network of telecommunications and service providers.
Fantastic. Well, let's move on to the products and services. You've sort of touched lightly on a few bits there. What are the key products and technologies, and what features kind of make them relevant in today's environment?
Well, I mean, AI, like, I'm just going to start with AI because that's always going to be the most relevant thing. And AI is real. Like, we see it not just through our products for the businesses we serve, but just even internal as a company, the way we're using it is real and delivering really increasing results. And so it's a real thing right now, and it's all going to happen in the cloud, right? So, one of our main growth engines still, and the big transformation still happening, is everybody's moving from these legacy prem-based systems to the cloud. So that's still a big swing that's happening. So I want to mention AI first because it's critically important to businesses. Now it's AI-based products, intelligent communications. Then we've got the full suite of unified communications products and contact centers you would think there. So it's your general UCaaS stack. Business class telephony, video meetings, chat, document storage, etc. We offer email too, Microsoft 365 also. Then on top of it, we have our full contact center, and we also have a really great UC archiving product that archives all those communications together, which is great for just general business purposes, but also serves all the regulated industries really well.
Great. So maybe we talk a little bit about implementation then. What does that strategy look like, and how ensure? I know Intermedia major on support for their partners in a big way, but what does that look like from a support point of view and that customer success point of view? Post implementation.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think again that's the big difference between Intermedia and the rest of the cloud providers that are in the space is how we go to market is through our partners, right? And humbly, I view sort of implementation and tech support as the Achilles heel of all cloud providers. They're just kind of centralized and trying to do it remote. The way we go to market with our partners has sort of built in, local trusted advisor that knows the customer's environment well, knows the customer well, and they help with the implementation and they help with all the post support, and then we support them by enabling them to do that well. But obviously, all of our tools and systems and platforms are built to allow the partner to do that, whether it's pre-network testing of the network to make sure it's ready, configurations of the systems, et cetera. And we have a JD Power, technical support and onboarding team that's there to help and back up the partners. But the difference for us is really that it's that local partner, that local support that all the other cloud providers don't have.
So if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about Intermedia support, we actually interviewed a couple of Intermedia's partners recently, Protelysis and TTX. Those videos are on the site. Go and have a look at them, and you'll get a really great understanding of how Intermedia are supporting those partners as well. Let's move on to topics then. You've said AI already. AI is sort of front of mind for just about everyone. But I mean, what are those topics around AI, or those conversations you're having with your customers and partners? What are they most curious about? Is it all AI, or is there other elements as well? What's going on there?
Well, AI has to be in the conversation because it's real now. It's already starting to show impacts. And, if I think ahead 18 months from now, the way business happens is going to be completely different. I had some views of what that will look like, and we can't totally tell, but it's going to be completely different. It's a full transformation happening. So that's got to be in the conversation. But we're still also, focused on just the base opportunity here, which is there's still hundreds of millions of prem-based systems globally that businesses are still sitting on, and moving them to the cloud. AI is just another reason to make that happen faster, but that's the main transformation that's happening, and AI is just another reason to accelerate that. So to me, it's that. It's also the need for improving your customer experience, because customers, like when you can go on Amazon and order something and have it show up via a drone, dropping a package on your front door, within a few hours, customers' expectations keep increasing. So as a business, you need to keep changing how you communicate with customers. So to me, it's prem-based systems moving to the cloud. It's the increasing demand for customer experience, and then it's what's going on in AI. Like, those are the main things that are happening out there, in our world, and that's what our partners are working with customers on, is really modernizing and transforming their communications to keep up. If you don't, the way I tell my team, we're doing this internally for our own company. And what I told my team at the sales kickoff here is the way we sell and do business 18 months from now will be completely different. And if we don't transform and we don't look completely different 18 months from now, then we've lost. You have to. So.
Yeah, that's a really, really powerful message. Well, let's talk about innovation then. Of course, a lot of innovation happening, not just at Intermedia, but across the market. But how do you approach innovation? Maybe you can explain a little bit around your process of gathering feedback. Obviously, your partners will have a play in that as well, and how you're generating those new ideas to get to that complete transformation. 18 months from now. Right.
Sure. So, it's led by the product organization for sure. That's their core responsible is setting that roadmap that has the right innovation. So it's definitely led by the product group for sure. They themselves have developed a lot of different ways. Obviously they're scanning the industry, they're looking at competition, they're looking at AI, they're looking at capabilities, they're looking to the future, they're building their own vision. But we also do the really strong basics around. We have a partner product advisory committee. So we have, the top 10 technologists from our top, a group of 10 partners that meets every month to talk about, what's going on. So we run it by them. So they're a big part of developing it, along with other product feedback that comes in there. But we also have internally our own method around AI, and we're really pushing AI internally. So we have a committee set up around AI to make sure that we're driving it into all different products, all different areas. So I think those are some of the different ways that they're doing that.
So, Jonathan, we're coming towards the end of our session, but let's look ahead right now. Let's get the crystal ball out. As you already mentioned, it's hard to look beyond sort of 18 months out into the future right now, but let's try. So, looking through your lens, what is the biggest opportunity in the industry right now?
Mm-hmm. For me, I still believe the biggest opportunity in the industry is all of those legacy premise-based systems that are sitting out there. they all have to go to the cloud. They all have to, or those businesses won't be able to compete, and it's the only place they're going to get it at. So as basic as it sounds, as much as that's been a trend for a couple of years, I still believe we're very early. And when I talk to a lot of our partners, they moved a lot of their first fast to move customers, but they still sit on a big base there, and so to me, I still see that as the biggest opportunity, near-term opportunity, and the biggest opportunity across the next couple of years. Things like AI, as exciting as they are, just enforce the need for businesses to make that move and modernize their communications, go to the cloud. We're going to ride that wave for a couple of years, and then really what's going to keep changing and transforming is the types of products and services you can deliver once they're in the cloud, and that's kind of endlessly open. I mean, the opportunities with AI are just it's incredible. So
yeah, it's almost infinite, isn't it? The amount of innovation that we could see, and it's exciting times, not just for Intermedia, but for us as well. We get to report on all of this stuff as well. Okay, final question then, Jonathan, and I think I know the answer. But which technology do you believe will have the most significant impact on businesses in the coming years? Maybe before the end of 2030.
I mean, generative AI is going to have the biggest impact. I mean, just no other way to say it. I mean, we're building, virtual agents that can handle scheduling appointments, handle basic communication, that can handle, outbound sales contact, and we've already got AI in the products that help the human be more successful with conversations, help businesses better manage their business, deliver better insights to businesses. I mean, just what I'm seeing today, I can already see this completely transformative business, and where people could be 25, 30% more productive and deliver better end results and deliver better customer experiences. And that's just what I see today, already implemented and working. So I can only imagine it's mind-boggling. Like you said before, the opportunity is endless. And so I'm super excited about the future, but it's core and basic. Great service, great channel, great partner first model. I mean, it's all about our partners. We're successful because they're successful, them moving their customers to the cloud. That's where it starts. And this is just going to help facilitate it and keep it going that direction.
Jonathan, I think that's a great place to end today's discussion. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing some of your insights on yourself and, of course, Intermedia.
My pleasure. I appreciate it, Dave. It's always great catching up with you. So look forward to next time. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. You've been watching me, David Dungay, on UC Today. If you liked today's conversation, please give us a like and a share on social media. That's it from me. See you next time.